we go on vacation usually to unwind, but for some people, why not unwind and do something good for others at the same time? Traveling for good is what it is, or what we call socio traveling.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I always think, Marissa, that if you have good intentions, that a path or a road will be open for you to get what you want or allow you to do what you want. Take, for example, our next guest, Mas Yasin Ilyas, who has traveled to several underdeveloped places which lacks health, education, and religious infrastructure since 2018.
Yes, and he recently returned from Uganda to improve the lives of locals there. He distributed Qurans, he provided aid to the construction of several mosques. So let's find out more about this trip and about socio traveling in general with Mas Yasin Ilyas. Good morning, Mas Yasin. How are you?
Good morning.
Welcome back.
Hello, good morning. I'm fine, thank you. And how about you?
We're very good, thank you. And
Thanks
we were
for
very
joining us.
inspired. You know, we saw some of the footage that you took when you were in Uganda. But before we talk about the travel itself, could you please tell us what is the definition of socio traveling, Mas Yasin?
For me, social traveling is a journey that has a core purpose to fill every trip with social mission, to be able to provide value or share happiness to the community and also to us as a traveler. And then the traveling is not only for fun, but valuable. That's it.
Okay, so what prompted you to become a socio traveler, and how long have you been doing this?
Yeah.
Starting for my hobby, which is traveling, then my hobby meet with my job, with my daily activity, and then I'm a social worker at Sharing Happiness Foundation, and you can know Sharing Happiness Orgs. And about curiosity, and I just want to know about a lot of places in Indonesia and also a lot of countries around the world. And then when you're doing traveling, sometimes you even find so many problems in society. And through social traveling, not only traveling, but hopefully we can also provide value to the community. That's it. And then I just start my social traveling in 2018.
2018, just beginning to do social traveling, so it's been 4 years actually. So could you tell us what were the places that you visited and what were your findings when you were in these places? What was interesting about the place that you visited? What issues or problems that you found? And what kind of solutions did you come up with? Because we notice as well, whenever you travel to a place, you always plan very well. You have this pre-travel, during the travel, and also post-travel. So yeah, what were your findings and what kind of solutions did you provide to solve these problems in these places you visited?
If we talk about the countries I've been to visit, unfortunately, it's only 2 countries except Indonesia. The first one was Cambodia, and then the second one was Uganda, Africa. Because you know, during pandemic, sometimes our plan is going to be canceled because a lot of requirements of traveling. And then before I choose one country that I want to go to there, usually we can know about that, know about the country from looking for information and reference in YouTube, or maybe you can ask to the student or worker who study and work over there. Then after that, we can doing assessment online. Then we make a plan for doing social traveling.
So Indonesia is an obvious choice because you are Indonesian, but what did you consider when you chose Cambodia and Uganda as places that you would decided to not only travel but to help the people there? And what are some of the factors that you consider before you decide on a place that you're going to travel to next?
Actually, Indonesia is the most country that I always doing social traveling. I went to the east, like Nusa Tenggara Timur, North Maluku, even Papua. And then we are brother and sister. We never see our country, our skin color. So I want just to try to reach. We already reached a million in Indonesia, and I want reach more million in any other country. So that's why I went to Cambodia and then Africa.
Right. With Cambodia and Africa, when you went there, what sort of problems did you find and what solutions did you provide or try to provide?
I just pick Uganda for the example. In Uganda and the Cambodia is same like the eastern of Indonesia. The problem is not. The problem is about the infrastructure, and then no water, no food. Yeah, the same problem in Indonesia, eastern of Indonesia. Even in Uganda, they don't have school, they don't have food, they don't have water, they don't know where to go. They just struggling to survive. So we have 4 programs in Uganda, Africa. For the first one is mosque construction, and then the second one is water well, and then the third one is Quran distribution, and then the last one is food aid. We have 4 programs.
How do you make these programs, like run? Because I assume that you would need funding, right? So how do you make these programs sustainable and actually give a long-term solutions to, the people in the destination of your travel?
Start with assessment program, and then usually the personnel or community or NGO can make a campaign in our website. We have website like sharinghappiness.org. You can check www.sharinghappiness.org. Then we made a lot of campaigns. So we're doing online fundraising there. So when the fund is coming bigger and we have money for to provide like mosque construction and then the anything program, so we can do fundraising with online donation and crowdfunding. So we have sharinghappiness.org to raise fundraising.
Great. And now along with that, do you have any help as well locally from any of the local governments or the regions around the places that you visit?
Actually, we have a lot of friends, and then we work with local NGO there.
Okay.
So because if we work alone, we cannot organize our event and our program very well. So we need support from the local NGO. So thankful, we always work with legal NGO and then local NGO in every country that we visit.
That's great.
Yes, and you're working a lot with the communities in the country of destination always to make sure that you can help them effectively realize your social mission while you travel. So how do you usually persuade the local communities to help you realize your mission?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
So when you go to these countries, you work together with the local communities. And usually, especially, coming from a country that is not their country, usually there is language barriers and there is the trust barrier that has to be built. So how do you persuade local communities so that, you and them can work together nicely to reach the goal, which is, giving a little bit more prosperity to the locals there?
Yes, it's not hard because for Uganda, the United Kingdom is, and then the second language is Swahili. So it's not difficult to communicate with the people. And then for the Cambodia, Cambodia have two two big language. The first one is Khmer, and then the second one is Champa. Champa language is similar with Indonesian language, so it's not so hard to communicate with the people.
What about building trust? You know, right? Some trust needs to be built, and sometimes it takes time, you know, because sometimes, you know, our tendency is to sort of questions like, oh, what does this person want? And it's like, okay, they say they want to help, but really, do they want to help?
Do they want something back in return?
Exactly, right? So how do you break that, you know, and build trust among the communities?
Yeah, for now, we just tell them like, if you don't trust me with me, you can check our website, our social media. You can see all about me on social media. Yeah, that's enough, I think.
Okay.
We've got about 40,000 followers on social media, so there's a good track record there. There's a good track record there for you to follow. Now, what challenges did you encounter? I'm sure it wasn't all easy peasy when you got there. One of the things that you did was you helped them build a mosque over there. That involves permits and construction.
Correct.
What are some of the challenges that you faced in your most recent trip to Uganda?
For the mosque construction, should I tell why I built a mosque?
Yes. Oh, yeah, please do.
Why we built a mosque? Because the problem is very complicated. Sometimes we don't know what is the problem to solve first. Then we built a mosque because we hope the mosque is not only for worship 5 times a day, and then mosque can be used for learning Quran, even learning math maybe. And then we not only build a mosque because we build a water well in every single mosque. So that's why we start from the build a mosque. And then the problem, the difficult thing that we face again when we build a mosque sometimes is about the price. It's same like Indonesia. The price is sometimes going high. The break is going high. Even we have at least 10,000 US dollar. When we go to there, the price is going high. So that is the one of the biggest problem.
Right. So what are your next destinations in the pipeline after Uganda, Yasin?
I think I just thinking about like I want to go to Bangladesh and then Thailand also, especially southern Thailand, and then maybe some country in Middle East. Maybe hopefully I just want to go to there. Because during pandemic is a little bit hard because a lot of travel requirements.
Right. By the way, I'm curious as well. Do you also try to perhaps ask for help from our local government? Because we do know that countries like to work with each other as well in order to increase good relations. Do you have any help, or have you ever thought about asking the government to collaborate to help you as well? Because it could certainly help with funding in regards to travel permits and things of that sort.
Yeah, maybe from the first one, I just doing fundraising from our website, which is sharinghappiness.org. Maybe next time, because very long way to go, maybe I just want to talk with the influencer, maybe with a Crazy Rich Indonesia, maybe they want to help. Maybe at least build one mosque is very cheap
for them.
And then. And then maybe for the next step, I just want to talk with our government.
So it's sharinghappiness.org, right?
Yes.
Okay, for those who want to join this Socio traveling, you can go to sharinghappiness.org.
Or if you'd like to make things easier, go to their social media. I'm an Instagram guy. It's sharinghappiness.org. That's the handle.
There you go. Well, thank you so much, Yasin Ilyas, a Socio traveler, for sharing your story with us. Hopefully this will inspire lots more people to do the
welcome.
same. Not only traveling to unwind, but also traveling to do good. You
So-
feel good when you do
Yes,
good.
And it's so inspirational for you to
Yes.
share your story with not only us, but for all of our viewers. We hope that you have a safe and healthy, happy rest of your Ramadan. Enjoy your Eid al-Fitr and hope to return to your travels soon.
Yes, have a smooth fasting
Thank
period.
you so much, Paul.
Take care.
Bye.